That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy C, and this is Shop the Point. No Jeff Huffman. We got Mr. Matt Pitt. How are you?
Yo, how's it going?
It's going. Where I don't know. Where I don't know. Where is? Let's get your Matt Pitt in there. How about that? Hey, a couple announcements before we start the show. Tonight will be pretty much one time a callback to old Shot from the Point, the hockey days. Tonight, Game 7, Stanley Cup Final, Florida Panthers versus the Edmonton Oilers. We'll be doing a watch-along, if you know what that is. You'll get the timer in here. You can line our streams up, but obviously can't show the game. I'll be doing that in the stage. Might be able to see something in there. I'll be doing that in the stage, so if you're a member, you can come in and watch it. I might even pull some people up, but you're not talking to me about drama. So keep that in mind. But if I see that you're active in the chat and you want to, watch a game with us and what have you, and come on the stream, and you kind of know what you're talking about, yeah, it's hockey night, and Canuckistan is free. That's right, Deckard, you'd probably be right at the top of the list. And watching the good old hockey game, the best game you can play, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Tonight, Shop for the Point, call back, Game 7, Stanley Cup Final. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to do it. And the thing is, if you're worried about it being like the World Cup, I know what I'm doing now. I've been doing Glory Hunters for 2 years, and we pretty much got it down. All right? With the new PC. Rangers blew it. Yes, they sure did. With that being said, I'm sure you guys are looking at the title like, oh no. This does not spoil my narrative, kids. It doesn't, and I'll show you why. Yes, Midnight Society, shit canned, Dr. Disrespect. But this is what I want to point out to you. Oh, wrong one. I keep getting it wrong. Keep getting it wrong. Oh, up and down. Now we got it right. Look at this. Okay, on Friday evening, we became aware of the allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, Dr. Disrespect, we assumed, his innocence, and began speaking to parties involved. I think this is coordinated. And in order to maintain principles and standards in the studio as the individual we need to act. For this reason, we are immediately turning our relationship with Guy Beam. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear, even more difficult to accept. What am I going to accept if I don't know what the fuck it is? It is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of the individuals involved. You mean the people that told you this shit that couldn't possibly have produced any evidence because it's under NDA? Especially with the 55. I mean, are you admitting that somebody let you look at an NDA? The 55 developers and families have employed along with all our companies. Well, they're going to be unemployed very soon because this is why it doesn't. I don't think it hurts. Got reports. Jeff did some Shop from the Point work. He watched the entire stream today. It wasn't a lack of support. Shocking to me. I thought it was going to be all pedo jokes, right?
Right.
I thought it apparently wasn't. They're few and far between. Now, maybe the moderators did a good job, but, there's only so much they can do. I've seen that before. Look at the response. Your game is dead in the water. Shame there's some good devs on that team. Dang. Must be more behind the scenes here than to make the kind of decision. No? Well, what? So guilty is charged just like that? Based on the facts of the facts are perceived facts? What are the receipts that you're taking the word of mouth of facts? Look at this. All right, I want to read that guy's second one. No proof shown to the public. Got it. There's no Midnight Society without Doc. Thanks to the heads up. Uninstall. Without a shred of evidence presented to the public. And I think that's fair for the public to have. I don't think we should take the word of a guy that was selling this particular fact, who apparently is now, that guy Connor's gone back to Canada. See, the thing is with this guy Connors that put this thing on Twitch, there's one of two things going on. He either thinks he can't be sued or he has some kind of insurance. Dumb decision unless you determined he is innocent. Whoa, didn't expect this. He is crazy. Well, I'm out. Whoa, what? Damn. Your stuff will fail because of this. It will, whether he's guilty or not. What happened to innocent before proven guilty? Well, companies don't have to live up to that, assuming they got the right information. The parties involved. How much you want to bet the Midnight Society was threatened? Because that's what they seem to be doing. I mean, I saw it from Anissa Joma. She's like, well, if you're defending him, you're one of them. This weird thing of pulling Nick Merckx in this is a culture war. This is part of the culture war. Look, I can't say before, I'm not here to carry worry for this guy. I don't give a shit. He's fucking around with kids or taking advantage of the situation, but we need to know the whole thing. That's fair. And I don't think it's going to go further than this. I said, yes, nothing more is coming out. You guys can't be serious. Holy shit. A decision like this without a shred of evidence in the public domain, absolutely wild. So there's evidence been shown or what? So you took the word about individuals. Individuals that, if you took it from Connors, and they can't possibly be trusted. Herschel Guy Beam the fourth, at least get his name. Oh, shut up. What? He really did this. Wow. Doc said he was stepping away, but I assumed he knew what was coming. The whole situation sucks, man. It's all about to come out. I don't think it is, unless he sues, which maybe that's what they're trying to get him to do. The same reason he got axed from Twitch, Welp. Yeah, they had to settle. Pro Jared too. Another thing not in my bingo card this year.
It's that bad. Jeez.
Yeah, so there are some negative comments, but overwhelming. Guilty and innocent until proven guilty no more. Anyone looking into buying a variant, I'm out. I mean, I think we can. I mean, this is not obviously a fictional study, but I think the name of the game was what's his name? Sent it to me. Jeff sent it to me. It was called Dead Drop. Certified leave the kids. Haha, oh my, some big moves. Certified leaves the kids alone moment. This is a wild move. I respect the team's decision to do what's best for the company, but this will surely raise some questions within the community, and hopefully 12 a.m. team can share some with more clarity and decision. They couldn't share anything. What could they possibly share if they just took the word from somebody? Look, if this guy comes out and he says, listen, you little 15-year-old girl, let me come over here and bang you senseless in my hotel. All right, fuck that guy. I don't care what happens to him. But it's just bizarre. We're not even getting there. We're not even close to that. Well, I thought he owned the studio, not just a collab. Well, he probably had investors and shit too. Probably got other people doing it. You got to be kidding me, with no evidence. I remember this happened to Just Roland. I wonder who that was. That sounds familiar.
This the Cartoon Network guy, Rick and Morty.
Ah, okay. Keyword, allegations. From what I could see, and what we're watching right now, the fans are right behind it. No, he doesn't put his. Oh, that sucks. I thought he would leave his comments up. Does he normally do that? Let's find out. I think that's fair to know. Did he kill his thing? That's a little suspicious if he did that, I'll be honest. Yes. Looks like he killed his chat.
Did he maybe play some music or something that he didn't know about?
Yeah.
It's like kills your chat if you
it does. It well, no, it doesn't kill your chat if you play music. It kills your chat if you erase it.
Yeah, if you erase it.
If you erase it. So, I don't know. I actually got clipped yesterday with him on that one thing that I played. Because he's always playing. It's tough to really use his clips because he's always got copyright music in the background that he's probably have permission to use. Although Ori's doing it, not Karen, because he relies on this, so it doesn't look like the chat. So that's one strike against me, if you ask me. All right, let's listen to the doc.
But I'm telling you, man, I'm just feeling fatigued. Right? Feeling a little burnt out. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys showing up.
Can you go look up if Ninja made a statement right now?
Yeah.
Let me know. Let's see if there's anything.
Sure.
I appreciate you guys showing up. But I am serious when I say I'm feeling a little fatigued.
No.
No.
I haven't.
No.
I don't.
Okay.
When shit like this happens over the weekend, and it just kind of
It doesn't want to make it. You don't want to dress up in a mullet and act like an asshole. Who knew?
It's like how many times can I? I don't.
Until the people know. And then that's that. This is where I'll put like, look, you can't do this forever. You're either gonna have to sue your way out of it, or you're gonna have to drop it. There's no way around it.
Like I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. I just I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right?
Which is what they
go
want
live
you
in
to
Costa
do.
Rica or something.
That's what they want. So.
I don't know. But I'm just feeling burnt out, I think. I came into this with when did we start streaming, champs? 2015? 16? Been doing this since 2009.
Thank you, Tommy C's Cat. Welcome back.
Different scene back then. Having a good time.
What was better back then?
Playing the games that were fun to interact with and create content with, and over the years it's just gotten, I don't know, like it's been drained out of me. It's being drained out of me. It's being drained out of my family and I. And I just feel like
got some kind of message. So this is the one I shouldn't have played yesterday. Hold on.
What? No, this is from today.
It is from the teleline. Let's see what happens there. Oh, it was the.
No, his mood like changes while he's playing the game.
Yeah, he probably got the society. The thing only came an hour ago, so this is yeah. I don't think I even need to see that. Yeah, I don't think I even need to see that.
I had the mindset of let's just see what happens today. How are we feeling?
Yeah, you don't want.
And I'll tell you, I just I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out. Maybe it's time to start something new, something different. Challenge those creative senses. A desire to.
If you go into the gaming business, you should remember this. This guy was on the ground in Call of Duty. That's what you're walking into. The game creating business has become the fucking. It's like working for Kathleen Kennedy. Keep that in mind. This is not a good business to go into. And look, the only reason I was able to fucking do this part is because I had nothing to lose. And made it happen. That's it. I wouldn't recommend this for fucking anybody. Somebody said you're going to teach Tommy how to stream. I'm like, no. No. He's going to have to pay his own computer and buy his own shit. After that one, you got to be nuts. You got to be nuts to get into this. Because, look, like I said, if this guy's guilty, lock him up, throw away the key, and all that stuff. And you know what? Even if it's not like criminal, and he asked a 15-year-old girl to go to his apartment, and it was obviously for, this is a caveat. Obviously, it was for sexual things, and there wasn't other people invited at the same time, or something like that. That's why you have to hold the nose. So then, fuck this guy. But the fact that we can do this with allegations, and there seems to be a simultaneous celebration, almost feels like it's planned from the sort of side of the culture war that is against him, and against, basically our side too. Like, if you want to consider us a side. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy it. His fans don't buy it. His fans watch him because they hate Twitch. And they hate the people that run it. It's all been Kathleen Kennedy-ized. So... you want to be a YouTuber? Why? You want to ruin your reputation? You want to be called a pedophile? Let's pretend for a minute that he is innocent. Let's pretend for a minute what he did is completely he can't be fired, he can't be charged with anything. That's why they fucking paid out. But it's not it's something that makes you look really stupid. And but by you trying to cover up the stupid thing that you did, it just allows, and the other guys are not going to, they're not going to be held accountable. So they can just keep leaking it. It's just unbelievable.
He's still married, right?
Yeah.
It could be something simple as just cheating on his wife.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. He cheated on his wife again. Or, or even better, and this is probably more likely, he's always been cheating on his wife.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And he told her there was only one.
Yeah.
And she forgave him, and he's been doing it for fucking years, either before or prior to after. And he just doesn't want that out. So you get this kid who's moving back to Canada and thinks, I'm just going to say he was sexting. Twitch ain't going to say shit. And he can't do shit to me. Either falsely thinking that, and then that's possible too. The other thing is, the only thing that doesn't seem possible to me is that it's a crime because they couldn't have NDA'd it.
Right, yeah, you can't NDA a crime.
If you do, that would be illegal, and everybody's going to fucking jail. Which would also keep it that much more tight-lipped, though. I did say that yesterday. You could NDA a crime if everybody's willing to commit the crime, including the lawyers.
Yeah. I think that would be a death knell.
Oh, yeah, but you got to find out. Somebody's got to talk.
Yeah.
So, that's the best. Yeah, that's the best NDA in the steel NDA in the planet. If anybody comes out, everybody goes to jail. Yeah, but you can't NDA that. If somebody's willing to commit the crime and ain't NDA, and you get the right fucking lawyer, shop for the right lawyer, and he's willing to do it, you get Saul in there, you might be able to do it. And I said Better Call Saul. I'm not making a Jewish reference, by the way. I'm sure that could be taken out of context. I don't know. I never heard of that TV show. Maybe you're an anti-Semite. I could have heard that. No, I'm talking about Better Call Saul, the Irishman that pretends he's Jewish. Which is one of the funniest fucking things. What was his name? Paul McNamara or some shit like that? Or what was his name of that show?
I never watched the show.
Yeah, it's a funny concept. You gotta admit. Yeah, I was like, we were McElhaney brothers. I didn't get any business, and I changed my name to Saul Leibowitz, and all of a sudden, money was rolling in. It actually goes back to an old joke from All in the Family, where an Irish lawyer comes in to do a lawsuit with Archie Bunker, and he's like. And he starts yelling at the guy. He goes, "Get me a Jew!" And they show the next scene, and you see this really prim and proper, super smart Jewish lawyer. And he goes, Edith, they're really good at this. That's where I think they got it from, I guess.
Explore different realms, if you will.
If you can. Start talking about going to Costa Rica. That doesn't look good either.
But I think the first and foremost, though, is I did have a sort of a planned vacation coming up. And I think I might just extend that starting now.
Nice.
One of these, let's take a step back. I mean, it is what it is.
People get. Want to notice another thing? All these people that are fucking saying that he's guilty are the same ones that defend Michael Jackson because you have no evidence.
Right.
I've noticed that. That seems to be a culture war thing too.
Fatigued, right, champs? And to be honest, I don't know how long. I know where my vacacion, how long my vacation is, but maybe I extend that.
He goes to South America and don't come back. He did it.
We'll see.
He's gonna go to Belize.
But I do appreciate you guys, champs. Right?
At least it's not Thailand.
I don't even want to go. Yeah, that's true. In Vietnam.
And look out for the socials. I'll keep you updated when we'll be back. But I definitely need to take a break from everything.
Yeah, see, the fact that he wants to take a break doesn't make him innocent or guilty to me. Going to Costa Rica and staying there would, but because if you were innocent and you just be exhausted, or you're trying to cover up an affair you had, you'd be exhausted, and if you're guilty, you'd be exhausted. A
podcast, start a podcast. I think what I'm most interested in.
Me. Start a podcast with me. Rebated.
And believe it or not, champs, because obviously when you're a top tier gamer like me, when your gaming skill set is just incredible. And
I couldn't do a podcast with him if I wanted to. You know that? I could do a podcast with Guy PM. I couldn't do one with Dr. Disrespect because I can't get any care. I'm not like, that's not my personality. I gotta be somewhat grounded in reality.
You know, you look like this. You know, why
I'm not talented enough, is what I'm saying.
Want to be in front of the camera all the time. But I'm kind of, I'm exhausted in being in front of the camera. I'm exhausted being on socials. The industry's changed so much. Just so much different energy out there, negative energy and clashing, and from everything that we've experienced as we've started this whole journey together. You know what I mean, champs? And I'm just like, when I go outside, I just feel...
He's a 42-year-old gamer. I mean, I like games too, but hey, you know.
So much better. When I remove myself, I just feel, what the hell is this, you know? So that's all I'm gonna say. Keep playing, Doc. We don't care. The fuck? Okay. Grief Warden, thank you for the $25 donation. Big Bearded Scotsman, welcome. Payback, thank you for the 46 months. Champs, I'm gonna call it right there. A little short one. We've accomplished some things, but I think more importantly, we need to.
Yeah. Oh, they would love that. Look what they got when they managed to kill off that other guy. That Brianna Wu's bunny that bumped off her fucking.
Well, it wasn't Brianna Wu, it was the other one.
Yeah, but that was her buddy. Yeah, the other one. I forget what was her name.
Forgot.
Yeah. They were real happy with themselves when they got done because all they were doing, even that guy's sister, his own flesh and blood. Well, her experience is simple. Your brother's dead, you bitch.
That rubbed me the wrong.
Look, Jordan Peterson told the story, and I'm going to tell it again. It was about, like, here's the thing about commies. They eat each other. We've seen it before. We've seen it on the macro over in Twitch, right? It happens in the it happens in the micro. The macro. Okay, it happens in the micro. It happens in the macro as well. And the best story I ever heard was from him. And one of these diehard commies got thrown in a gulag, probably by Stalin. And her daughter was told that she was a traitor to the Soviet Union. Apparently, this woman was 100% innocent. She was a loyal communist. Loyal communists also got slaughtered in the millions inside Cambodia, too. So this has been done before because it's a constant purity test. So her daughter wrote her. And she said this, I will believe because you're my mother. Whatever you tell me. If you committed the crimes, I will never talk to you again. If you didn't commit the crime, I will leave the Communist Party and I will support you to the day I die. You know what her mother wrote her? Even though she was innocent?
What?
I'm guilty. Because she couldn't bear the idea of her daughter not being in the Communist Party.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. That's that type of thinking. You know, they like to talk about in the McCarthy era in the United States. You know, if you really look into that, it was both sides. Mm-hmm. Commies were trying to get each other, get the so-called Americans, patriots, and the patriots were trying to get them, and the patriots won that round.
Do you have a clip of that?
No. Maybe if Doc showed some skin, he'd be supported by Twitch. Yeah. Maybe he capitulated them and fucking acted like his son. They'd been fine with it too. Look, as soon as they started like losing their gamers and their gamers started leaving, it became a communist cesspool. And we know that Jeff Bezos has zero problem with that. Commies went corporate.
That's an oxymoron.
No, they did. Why not? It works. They do what works. And Bill Clinton kind of changed that. Not that he was a commie, but he was the first Democrat to say, you know, maybe we shouldn't be pushing, because it was always the Republican Party was so much richer than the Democratic Party. Bill Clinton said, we got to take corporate money. We got to work with the corporations, and that let in the floodgates. It happened in China as well. Around the late 80s, China's just like, this Marxism fucking socialism horseshit does not fucking work, and started giving Chinese people, although they still rule with an iron fist, a little more financial freedom. And it's become one of the most powerful countries on earth in a matter of 30 years.
Here, you can actually pay your debit card on your hand in China.
Of course,
handprint. That's
they're years, they're less than a decade away of everybody being planted with a microchip. I mean, you can do it with your cat. You can probably do it with an infant. You know. I remember it was more than 20 years ago. We bought that Siamese cat. And they said, hey, if he ever gets lost, it's got a microchip. Whoa. I remember there was a bug out. Like, where is it? And he's like, oh, no, it's just a little injection. Can't feel it, nothing. But our address is in there? Yeah. And I'm thinking, that could be put in a human being. You know how long that cat lived? You know how long that cat lived? 19 years. There was no problem.
Wow, yeah.
19 years, which now Siamese, they usually make the 20. They make the 20 mark pretty consistently. So a long time for a cat owned by a Callanan. You know?
Yeah, you Irishmen are not that great with cats.
Stay out of the fucking road. All right. They're in all the time, too.
Step away.
I know that look.
It doesn't help that
when I
Well, go ahead.
it doesn't help that the music from the game.
Yeah,
is
you
so
know, it's
foreboding.
really it sounds like a good game. I might get it.
It's just like no. It's like the fucking Red Wedding.
I just want to point out that these jerk offs, these left wing culture warriors, basically chase the biggest gaming talent away. Yeah, he took a little from Billy Mitchell and he added this character, and no one's done that successfully before or since, which I thought there'd be a million Dr. Disrespects. And there hasn't really been one, which surprised me. He is one of the most talented streamers on the planet. And just because I don't buy this COVID shit or anything like that, doesn't play along with the trans game, they're a bunch of fascists, man. We're going to smear with pedo allegations. Anything to win, boy. Anything to win. And again, let me say, I'm not carrying one of his motherfucker. I don't know him. He puts no... He showed me he was fucking with kids. That's it. He showed me... If he was sexting, he was sending pictures of his dick to a minor. What happened to Anthony Weiner?
I don't know.
They got a slap on the wrist. Probably because he's a politician. But, I mean, his life is ruined at least.
Yeah.
He deserved that. And you know what? I don't give a motherfucking monkey's fuck. I don't think I lose anything, reputation, nothing. If it's true, I was never told by Mr. Big what it was. But I was told I had it right.
I say step away, I'm going to have to...
Also, I was never given the impression by Mr. Big it was criminal.
Either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do. Right? Champs. Take all the time you need, says Layer Cake. I appreciate that. Give me back my dog! Okay. Don't be a pussy. God damn it.
There's another thing. If you didn't do anything, there's a real price to pay for cheating on your wife if you get caught. There's no way around that. And it might not come from her. It might not come from. It might even come from her. She might forgive you, and you're still fucked.
I'm telling you, it's fatigue. It's tired. It's wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight. Ultimately, that's what it's about. You know what I mean, champs? Damn, now what? I mean, shit, there's 50 million other streamers you can watch right now. It's getting old, yo. What's getting old? Get the break. Respect it, Doc. Okay, I appreciate that. It's getting old, you're not alone. That's not very nice. You don't like me? It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs. I appreciate all of you.
My 16-year-old girlfriend.
Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day.
That might have been legal.
Week. And we'll see you soon. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, here we go. So, I mean, they may win like this, but they ain't going to win like this. And I think that's the thing. I think they kind of got a victory, but the support's there if he wants to fight. But why fight? Because then he becomes a culture warrior. And I'm pretty sure he didn't get into this for that. You want to end up like that guy that fucking yells about pronouns on heel versus babyface or whatever. You want to end up like that guy? I don't want to be that guy. I got no problem with him either. And I watch some of his content. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be Yellow Flash. I want to be Jeremy. They're lamos. They're boring people. And a lot of them are pearl clutchers themselves and show all sorts of SJW type stuff. I want to do my thing. I want to do my thing.
They're woke with a different name.
Yeah, they're woke with a different name in a lot of ways. I should have known when I had Jeremy on here and interviewing him. And he's talking about those evil cosplayers take advantage of those poor dirty boy card game boys. Should play that clip again. That's fucking funny.
Did you see Tipster tweeting about it?
Oh, he's something else. He's
Bro, he's like
yeah.
His perspective has changed like completely since 2022 or 2020. Yeah, 2022.
Oh, he's just
it's a totally different person now.
No, he's not.
Well, yeah, no, you know what
he was always that person.
Yeah, he was always like that, but now it's like the mask is off. Now he can.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think he was this much on the other side that he was on this. I think he's way more motivated with the other one.
Well, I just remember like him being the guy like he would copy like Nick's talking points.
Copying everybody else. He's copying them. That's
yeah. Or he used to be the guy like we gotta wait to see when everything comes out before we make an opinion.
Yeah.
And now it's looks like he's a pedophile.
Yeah,
like,
he supports couples who support some other fucking pedophile. It's a lot of people call them the alphabet soup community. I call them the dick choppers community. Oh, you have a little problem? You're depressed? Let me chop your dick off, little boy. I'd rather be on Dr. Disrespect side. I'll take that. I'll take what comes with that, whatever it is. But I'm not really. I don't care. I just don't know. His fans don't know. And I don't think, unless he quits. Yeah, they win if he quits. But I can't even blame him for quitting because how much you think? But that's what they count on. They count on you tapping out. I mean, how many weeks in a row did we hear, Donald Trump, he's gonna resign. Remember that whole thing every week? That's the one they really had because he never capitulates. The other one's Elon Musk. But, Dr. D is not either of those two men. And he doesn't have the funds. And he might not be willing to ruin his family over it. I don't know if I blame him. I like to think that he'd fight. I like to think I'd fight. But if it came between me and my kids, I'd probably tap out. I'll be honest with you. Because they're more important than the cause. And that's the thing about the other side. Nothing's more important than the cause. Take your calls. And we still got people in here. Cheese lad, you're on Shot for the Point. Go.
Hey, I'm sorry, but hey, I really fucking hate how for 4 years they knew about it. They knew about the fact that, well, at least according to them,
Yeah.
he tried to molest a kid and then he fucking nothing. I don't know, man. I just hate it.
I hate it too. I think that's what he's talking about too. Like he's just hating, like the internet, because what I mean, I like the last couple of years up really until I started doing the poker server and Glory Hunters, I had no outlet. Like for years I could do just this and be totally satisfied with my hobby paying me, and then it became a fucking job because of these wackos and all this stuff, and I couldn't take it anymore. I needed an outlet. So I know where he's coming from. Like, it's not worth it. He's worth millions. Fuck this shit. I can die with this money.
But like, even like hypothetically, if he is like, if it's true, they let a pedophile get millions and millions of dollars. It's like he makes a ton of money. They had no problem with that. And like when I read the dude's tweet, it's like he didn't say it out of like a moral necessity. It read like he was mad. He was like, "Oh my god, I hate all these Dr. Disrespect fans asking. I'm gonna go own you guys."
Yeah, I know. I think
that's
that was to me. That's why it seems coordinated. It seems coordinated. That's what they want, and then they immediately drag Nick Merckx into it. I don't know how that happened. Oh, wait a minute. I do. You know,
because they don't like Nick Merckx. They don't like Nick Merckx.
I think it's more about Nick Merckx than it is about him.
Yeah, it's like they're just using it to attack others and not like Destiny has a clip where he said like, I don't know if someone told him this or he saw the evidence for himself, but he's like, oh yeah, apparently they have Doc pretty dead to rights.
Yeah, but that's what he's something else too. That's what he's being told, so he believes those people, and I have no doubt in my mind that he believes those people. They haven't dead to rights. So they haven't dead to rights. They haven't dead to rights. So if they haven't dead to rights, they haven't dead to rights in something that would ruin him, but not arrest him. And by the way, that's something you got to keep in mind with Doc. There is a possibility that this is something that you couldn't defend. You have to keep that in mind. There is a possibility that Doc did something that is indefensible, but not necessarily criminal. Or if it is criminal, it's just not something they're going to charge for. In other words, if she's like days away from 18. Yeah. Something like that. They're not going to charge her for that, you know?
If I had to guess what the DMs are, it's probably like him talking with a fan and maybe like, oh, I want to meet up at VidCon, but they can't really prove that it's anything weirder.
Other than that, that's
exactly
what I think it is.
Yeah.
And it's probably and here's the thing, maybe it's just that. Maybe you know the age, but he doesn't want that out there because she's 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you look, guys that cheat on their wives, they usually do it more than once. And it could be that too. So I have no idea. I don't think Destiny's like lying. He definitely knew before he asked that question. He knew it was coming. He starts laughing before the guy even actually finishes the sentence.
Well, no, like, there's a clip where he like says that he heard about this before. There's a clip.
I can't believe I didn't hear it. That's the thing that gets me. I got really, 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 really close of getting to this. But I'll tell you what happened. Once I had to go to Twitch personnel, that's where I hit the wall.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, well, I ain't getting in that crowd. I don't like that crowd. They don't like me, and they don't even know what the fuck I am, too. That's another thing. I might as well be, any other fucking jerk off the street. I think it sucks for the fans because I want to know as a fan, because I want to know whether I should support him or not. They want me not to support him just because Destiny says so. Fuck that shit, Because Destiny heard something? Yeah. That would be like taking what I'm saying with Mr. Big 100%. I don't expect any of you to 100% believe me on that because I can't provide a source. I'm not doing real journalism here. I'm just a schmuck, and I'm going by my relationship with you guys to trust me. That's what I heard. I could have been told a lie too. Or the person that was told me, like, it's all second, third hand shit. I'm gambling, so I don't know. But something tells me Destiny doesn't know anything more than I do, and there's an incident that makes me believe even more, and I can't talk about it. It drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for having me on the show, Tommy.
Thank you for calling. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Who's next? Wavy Baby or Road Dog?
Road Dog, I think.
Road Dog, I'm Shot for the Point. Go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yo.
Go.
I've got a question about this baited episode, the new one.
Yeah, what
And,
about it? Be quick.
related-
Yeah, go ahead.
So I watched the Toastify video just to remember the ages, because there seems so much confusion on what the ages are. And it seems like Pyro was 18 and 2 months away from turning 19, and the girl was 14. And I was wondering, do you feel like Colossal's crazy is being like irresponsible?
Irresponsible for
like
what?
Associating with Pyro?
For his
associating with
career
Pyro,
or
I feel
irresponsible? So for his career. In what way?
Yeah.
Like, what was he do? Is he dropping the ball? Is he leaving kids in danger? Or for his own optically, we're talking?
I think optically, I mean, like, I don't think Pyro's a danger to kids, just like a weirdo. I think optically it's a horrible look to just have this guy who's 14-year-olds.
I thought she was, she was 14, and said, is it optically a bad thing for clown? That's the question, correct?
Yes.
What do you think?
I don't think so. The guy hasn't made a video in like 5 years.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's not that active.
What is he gonna lose?
What's left?
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on the fans on something like this. Because I think
Pyro fans love that he likes kids.
What's that? No, I think
No.
it depends on the fans at large, multiple communities, and I don't think they see him as anybody just standing by somebody that stood by him. And there was, I think he made it abundantly clear in the baited thing that there was no meetings, there was no sex, there was nothing. That's you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. You know,
The one thing
is it wasn't predatory behavior. It wasn't like that. I mean, like, I think it's up to you. Like, if you find that, right, like, when I was growing up, you know what that was? Stay away from my daughter.
What?
Today, he's a groomer. And without the grooming. So I think you've got to decide. So my generation, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Pyro? And your generation seems to be prison. So I guess you got to decide.
I'm not advocating. I don't think he should be in prison. I just think it's.
What are you advocating then?
Well, he was just
I'm
asking
just
a
saying
question. That's all he was
Colossal's
doing.
crazy has a reputation of being. I feel like he's generally right, or at least he's. What's the word?
How old are you? First of all, before I start yelling at you, how old are you? Before I started yelling at you, how old are you?
15.
All right.
You
Well,
yell at
you
me
can
all
say
you
what you want now. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, your opinion.
Colossal's crazy.
Yeah.
He's got a good reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he kind of loses or risks his reputation by protecting his friends.
Maybe he doesn't give a fuck.
Said,
Maybe he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
But this video's been public for 2 years, and he's like, he still gets the ages wrong. Like that's on you. You know?
Yeah, I suppose. I know it's more on you. I mean, what you want to decide. What is the actual ages? Pyro was about to turn 19, and she was 100% 14. Is that correct? I'm gonna take your word for it. Is that correct? According to Toastify. Toastify, I believe, by the way.
He was 15, but 14.
Yes. Oh, really? She added an age. Well, I'd kick his ass if it was my
I think
daughter.
she told him-
my daughter's just a little. My daughter's 16 now. I mean, I'm going over to wherever the hell he lives, and I'm gonna, take that lesbian haircut, and I'm gonna make him eat it. I don't know if I'd care if his friends supported him.
Mm.
And what is he?
I mean-
What is he? Mid-20s now?
Like that, probably. 25, yeah.
There's no coming back from that. I don't know.
I don't think Pyro. I just think it's a weird thing to defend. Just like
I don't think he's defending Pyro.
happened 7 years.
I don't think he's defending Pyro. I think what he's saying is nobody was hurt. It's a victimless crime. That's what he's saying. And you don't have to tolerate that. You don't have that. That's what he's saying. And I think it's pretty obvious that he's willing to take whatever comes with that. You can call him a pedo defender, and he's okay. Well, he's not okay with it, but he's gonna deal with that. I think that's what he's doing. Does it? Yeah. Did it put his reputation at risk? Yes. Will it probably do anything? No. He's not really in the game that much anymore, and I don't think he's ever going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think he's ever. I don't think he's in the game. So if you think he's a creep, which most people think that is ridiculous, including myself, is it a good idea? Well, it depends on what you think of loyalty. And I mean, loyalty has a limit. for sure, but did a victimless crime stretch it? So I could see where he's coming from. You know, instead, if my 19-year-old friend who's now in his mid-20s did something that stupid and didn't lay a hand on somebody, I might take the bullet for him. Like the hate from the crowd. I wouldn't do it for Pyro. But yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, obviously Pyro is a bit of a creep, but none of that is related to any kind of danger to kids. And there's that one evidence that's not related to anything. I tell you what's more concerning about with Pyro is the fact that he, you know, when that girl, you know, and which really her parents dropped the ball, you know, when he was like, you know, like it seemed to be almost like you have her type situation, you know, like when with I'm more concerned about the other guy. Pyro didn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Pyro didn't do anything other than said, "You're my boyfriend. I'm your girlfriend." Stupid. But that's an optical thing too. You know, I'm not defending Pyro. It's like stupid. But like, what do you do? Like, it's like he's in his. Like, how old is Pyro now? I gotta know how old he is. I don't know. Cynical age. Pyro cynical. He's 27.
No way.
So it was 10 years ago. I think there's some people that won't accept it, and I think there's some people that will. I'm not backing off from Clown. What kind of friend would I be? And I'm not totally comfortable with it either, so I know where you're coming from. I'm not completely.
Like I could understand him biting.
What do you expect him to do? Like, you'd be more satisfied if he told you all that he was a pedophile?
Not obfuscate the age. No, just
is he obfuscates or does he fucking know? Is he obfuscates or does he know? I don't know. I've heard 20 different things. I mean, I know Toastify, you know, he has all the information and he's done the work. I don't know the Pyro. I don't know the Clown has, and I certainly haven't. Does that mean I'm swiping too?
Think of it like this: if Nicholas Diorio was outed 2 years ago for being a pedophile, and you were still
what kind of pedophile?
Would that be kind of weird?
Yeah, of course, but what do we? That's what it's a false comparison because this doesn't even come close to what you just said. A pedophile molests children. Was a child molested? Was a child molested? Yes or no?
No.
So it's a ridiculous comparison, isn't it?
Oh my God! Why are we having this conversation?
I don't know why I almost didn't take the call. So I mean, so what do you want? Will you feel better if he saved his reputation? What do you want? My opinion. My opinion is, I gave my opinion. I get why he's defending. I'm not terribly comfortable with it. Optically, I think some people will fucking feel like you, and some people won't. That's it.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I got.
I really like your show, and I don't want to take any more.
I'm gonna yell at you. Bye. Oh God. This is why Doc quit. That's why I kept the call going.
Well, just not really even saying anything. You're just like you keep going. He's just like, oh well. Yeah. He's just like, oh yeah, well, and you're like, oh, like. No,
but he gives a comparison. If Nick Diorio did this,
15 years old, 15
well, yeah, I know, but he ain't the only one talking like that. Yeah, I could forgive him as an individual like that, but come on, be fair. He's not the only guy talking like that. Yeah. And my other thing is like nothing to do with that kid. That kid's fine. He's has every right to question me and whatever. But here's the thing: like you give answers, and it's like. You know, and here's another thing. It's another pedo fucking thing. Now, doctor, it's everything. So you're gonna lose it, and so this is what it's gonna be. There's no more doctor disrespects. Everybody's heading for the hills. Guy's 27 years old. And then you put everybody else that you ask a question to, are you okay with a 19-year-old fucking a 14-year-old? No! But he didn't! It was 10 years ago! 9, sorry.
Listen, fuckhead.
And then I got to speak for Clown, too. I mean, you think it's bad? Well, probably. You know what? I wouldn't want to do it if I were Clown.
But now you got to fill.
Is he obfuscating the age? Like, we didn't have that shit on our fingertips. I know he didn't. Look, clown. Here, let me give you a clown. When I told him the French girl was real, he said, Tommy, I told you years ago that wasn't the case. I was like, no, the French girls were real. And as soon as I showed him the French girl was real, he was like, oh, Pyro lied to me. So obviously he thinks this is a hill to die on.
Right.
So go pee.
Well, you got to fill queue, and I imagine there are going to be similar questions now because they all popped in as soon while you were talking to this guy.
Let's go! It's the last day I'm doing this. I'm taking a day off after this. I'm like, wavy baby.
You're going to Costa Rica.
Wavy baby.
Hey, Tommy. What I want to say is Doc had 4 years to come up with a better plan and response, and this is what he gives us. We have a shitty tweet that was all basically lawyer speak.
Yeah.
And then we have this clip that you showed on stream. I mean, all around, it was just so poorly done by Doc, and I just can't believe it. 4 years. He seems like a smart guy to build up this big of a streaming, fan base, and this is what he gives us. I think that he should have done better.
What do you think he should have done? Besides the tweet, I mean, what should he have done on the show?
You would think that Doc would have some sort of PR team behind him or people behind him.
Clearly he doesn't. What do you think he should have done?
Just the lawyer speak in the tweet was so
bad.
No,
it's not that. I know. I'm aware of that. What do you think he should have done?
I think that he should have just came out and directly said, I didn't talk to any underage girl.
He can't do that by law. He can't do that by law.
I mean,
because then he releases the NDA and then Twitch sues his ass.
What we got, I just think, was just very poorly done. And I know that there's actual lawyer stuff involved and that sort of thing. And
so you don't know
bound by that.
So you don't know what he should have done. What sport do you like? What's your favorite sport?
I like MMA and golf.
You like MMA? Do you often say when your fighter loses, this is what do you just say, oh wow, he got his ass kicked, I wish he put up a better fight, or do you have any idea what he could have done to win?
When Izzy fought in his last title fight, I did say that because it seemed like
but that's the point. We're just exactly, and that's at the end of the day. You don't know what we're talking. You don't know what you're talking about anymore than I do. Should he have done more? Yeah, we can always say that, but it's kind of an empty conversation because we don't know what he could have done. I don't know what he could have done. I can agree with you on the statement. He should have called a lawyer. Absolutely, I think it's beyond. It created more suspicion than it did from an optical perspective. But see, the thing is, optics don't speak. I'm not one of these people that bad optics mean guilt.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. Like I want to make sure like Doc is innocent until proven guilty, but unfortunately some people on the internet have confused.
Well, I can't disagree with it. We don't have an argument that he can handle it right. We have no.
I think that the worst PR thing that he's done so far is just the vacation thing. Like, guys,
really?
I don't want to really after the tweet, the vacation thing, I'm not guilty, but I am going to go on vacation for quite a long time, and you guys might never see me again.
How old are you?
21. I mean,
how long have you had a full-time job?
Like 2 years.
Do you pay for an apartment by yourself? Do you live outside your parents' house? How long have you been doing that?
A year.
Okay. All right. Talk to me in about 5 or 6 years. All right. Because what happens, especially when you have kids, because you start asking yourself, is this fucking worth it? And that's how I took the stream. Is this worth it? Is this worth it for your family? See, right now, and this is no fault of yours, you're only thinking about you and improving your life to get what you want, which that's what you should be doing. When you have kids and are married, you just got to start thinking bigger things. So, maybe his instinct, let's join the culture war. Let's go fight back. Let's do this, that. And I'll lose my marriage and my kids.
Yeah, and he's old too, so
he's 42.
It's different from me thinking about it versus him, but it gives me felon on the run.
I got to be honest with you, 42 is about the age when I started losing a lot of my fight too.
Yeah,
and I am way more high strung than him.
Yeah, but one of the last things I want to say is I feel like at this point Doc is kind of backed into a corner, and whether it's from him or whether it's from more leaks from Twitch or whoever.
I think it's the leaks from Twitch. I think we can safely say it's the leaks from Twitch.
No. I think we're gonna learn more about what the real.
No, we're not.
Really happened.
No, we're not.
I think
no, we're not. How?
Somebody will leak it from Twitch. A former employee or somebody or a close connection. I mean,
they're going to leak the paperwork. They're going to risk prison time, is what you're telling me.
They're not going to. I don't.
How do you leak without risk? The only way. Then that's more the same. Then it just stays where it is. That's more of the same. We've
I mean,
already got the leaks that don't have any kind of
We got a
receipts to
leak
back
from
it
one
up.
person who was selling it, and then Destiny saying with the laugh thing.
What?
We got the one leak from the guy who was like selling it for his show, right?
Yeah, but that's more of the same.
That's not. Yeah, but that's not a good leak. I agree. That's not. Like
and more of the same wouldn't be either. It's not going to prove any. You need a
how many
receipt.
leaks
You
do
need a receipt. Well, how many? Jesus Christ! How many people have come forward and said that this person molested me? I mean, look at what was it Jack Yesser talking about? The actor. I mean, I'm sorry. You don't have receipts. You have nothing. Whether you have 1,000 people, it's the internet age. You can organize. You used to be able to say that. Where it's like, look, this guy's got so many accusers. I've been convinced, right? You can't say that anymore. Not with the advent of the internet, not with the advent of Discord, not with the of organizing these type of games. I'm sorry. You can't do that. Another leak that's similar but worse or something like that, or just maybe it's worded worse. It's the same thing. Unless you have a receipt, you got nothing.
So you really think that this is just dead in the water? It's not going anywhere?
No, I don't think it's going anywhere unless the paperwork comes out. And the people are able to judge themselves. One thing I'm sure of two things. It's not criminal. B, it's fucking like it is streamer ruining. I think both things are true.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
I mean, if it's just something about his wife, I don't think that'll ruin his stream. He's already fought through that one
Here's
time.
another thing. Maybe it's complete. How about this? Maybe it's complete bullshit, and he doesn't want the complete bullshit out because that also creates what we see now. Do you ever think of that?
Like, what would complete bullshit be?
What would
Like,
complete bullshit is somebody went in there and told the fucking bosses that he did this, and they lied. They lied to the lawyers. You understand?
Really?
Okay. I make up a story, and I say I saw them sexting I saw him sexting in whispers. So not thinking anything more will come of that. He'll just get fired, and I'm good. Okay, as the guy that's trying to screw Doctor, and now the lawyers say, "Where's the evidence?" And I can't produce it.
But do you really think that would have been like from a mid-level employee at Twitch that would have went all the way up the ladder? Who knows if it's a mid-level?
Who said it was a mid-level employee?
Any employee at Twitch, don't you think that would have been something that would have had to go up the ladder and say, okay,
yes, and when it got to the lawyers, they said, "Give me the money," and they didn't get the money. Where is this? You're putting our company at risk. You're fired. You're fired. Hey, when did that guy get canned?
Which one?
Because I was told today. I heard on Chud today, but I don't know if he was just passing over. He's glossing over that guy got shit canned around the same time, or he left at the same time. Connors. Is that true?
Sure. I don't know.
So, in other words, somebody fucking flat out made it up. They don't have the evidence, but it's the sexting thing, okay? And Twitch is like, look, we want you out, we'll pay you out, and we'll NDA this, no fucking problem, because it didn't happen. That is a possibility.
I mean, I guess
that a lower level
so incompetent at Twitch.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They are unbelievably incompetent. They hire people that think they're deers. Are you joking? Why is that so hard to grasp?
Tommy, if I worked for you and if I said that Doc was a streamer on our platform and I was an employee for you and I'd
have you killed by the mafia if you didn't produce the evidence.
You would just take my word for it and call up a lawyer. And
I sent you the lawyer, and then if you didn't give the lawyer anything, you're fucked. You don't understand how it works. They accused. The lawyer said, "Show me the money," and the money wasn't there. How is that so, why is that so hard to believe? These people are fucking completely involved in their own ideology, and they think they're doing the right thing even if they're lying. Why is that so hard to grasp? You go watch Chud. Watch Chud every day. It's some lefty doing some wacky fucking thing that makes no goddamn sense.
So this could have been just a rumor with no evidence.
A rumor that they were about to fire him for, and right before they realized it, this is what I've been saying for the past 2 days, right before they realized, we have nothing other than the allegation. Literally, he sexted kids. That's all we have. And the lawyers say, are you joking? And they give Doctor everything he wants, including the NDA, because Doc doesn't want the allegation out there. Because they can't back up the allegation. Why can't they back up the allegation? Because it's a lie. That's not an unreasonable scenario. That is a completely reasonable scenario, and it's considering the children that run that fucking thing, it's totally, and they're completely ideologically captured by their fucking wacky, woke way of looking at the world. It's totally believable. It is not harebrained. I don't want, like, when the adults got to look at this, it stopped. You saw Slasher. He just like, I can't talk anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I just think the adults would have been lower on the totem pole, but I don't really know Twitch's makeup. Like, I know that they're incompetent. I know they're progressive.
Well, I tell you what, the lawyers only care about one thing: the company getting sued, because that's their only job. They don't give a shit about the politics. They don't give a shit about their fucking culture war. Their job is to go to Jeff Bezos and say, "We stop these lawsuits." That's their job. They don't give a fuck about anything else. The people below them that believe saying, hey, meet me at my get-together, that could turn that into sexing, don't think that way. We've seen it a million times before. We saw it with Jessica yesterday. They thought they had something, or they didn't, or they flat out lied. And that's either scenario is not a ridiculous theory. It'd be a ridiculous theory if I said something like Doc said to them, or they threatened them, and they decided to cover up the whole thing in a fake NDA. None of that. There are two scenarios that are completely ridiculous. He didn't do shit, and he wanted to cover up either way because it ruins his reputation. And you can see we don't have any evidence to back up that he sexted kids, and it's ruining them, and he's losing jobs. Okay, or he did do it. Or he did do it, but it's not what they thought it was. All three of those scenarios are completely believable. And just hoping that, hey, well, they're older than me. I'm only 21. That kind of stuff doesn't happen. Let me tell you something. It happens all the time. All the fucking time. I work for the government. I work for the army. I was told, if you tell anybody, you would go for prison for years. And this is the biggest secret we keep. And I'd go home. There it is in the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The people are that incompetent. You ever get your fucking driver's license? You see the people that work there? You know?
But, I mean, how many employees does Twitch have? There has to be at least one competent guy.
Probably not. Probably not. And here's the thing. If you're ideologically captured, right? If you are in it, if you don't care, if your side wins and anything can justify the means, you might be willing to do crazy shit.
I agree that there are employees like that at Twitch, for sure.
Yeah,
We've seen it time and time again. But
I have no doubt in my mind that Slasher thought they had something. I like to know when that guy Connors left, because from what I understand, he was on the little, he wasn't jiving with Twitch, and he went out around the same time.
So, do you think a company like Twitch would just have a lawyer on staff? Like, they're not going out and
no, I think they'd have a team.
A team of lawyers on staff, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think those guys jumped the gun, and somebody said, you got to show it to the lawyers first. Okay. And the lawyers are like, are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking crazy? But he said to meet them at he goes, that's sexting. There's no sex, asshole. Yeah, I can see them being that stupid. They jumped the gun. The people, the adults, the pretend adults jumped the gun, and the real adults nixed it. And that's why he keeps on saying, they paid me. They paid me. They paid me. They didn't fight. They laid down. That's what he's trying to say. They laid down. That's what he's trying to say. I'm not saying it was smart. We already agreed on that. He's saying they laid down. Why would they lay down and pay me if they had me over a barrel? Which is a pretty good fucking point. If they had him over a barrel, like Destiny says, why did they tap out? They don't want to pay him. The whole reason is because he out-bargained them. They were pissed off about him using Mixer in their negotiations. So they lost either way. The idea, get rid of him, don't pay him, behavior clause, right? And they had to pay him. Yeah. You know? No, here's the thing. You're 21. When I was 21, I couldn't believe adults were that stupid too. I promise you they are. Promise you they are. I thought that the Pentagon would turn into Optimus Prime before something would blow it up prior to 2001. Guess what happened? It fucking did the same thing that any building would do when you fly a fucking plane into it. My world was shattered. When I went to the military, I realized a lot of them were really stupid. Even the ones that were intelligence. And now we have this phenomenon. We have this sort of
put the brakes on it.
Yeah, they did put the brakes.
One person.
They did. That's man.
Well, the lawyers did.
Yes!
I just thought it would be lower down the totem.
They're all. You got to remember, they're all hiring their friends and shit. So they all got the people that think the fucking same. You think they're gonna put somebody like me in there that's a grown up? Oh, get that boomer out of here. Are you kidding me? I mean, look what happened when Slasher tried to bribe his way into Brittany Ventney's pants. They all stuck up for him. In unison. Cross corporation. From Overwatch and Blizzard. From that team to Jake Lucky. They all came together and looked out for their brethren. Blood's thicker than motherfucking water. It's not hard to believe for me, man. Maybe it's hard to believe for you.
I guess it's just perspective because I'm
it
young.
could be.
But, like,
It
I
could
just
be.
thought
I guarantee you call me in fucking
more,
10 years. I guarantee you'd call me in 10 years. Like, wow.
I thought that there would just be more competence.
No,
towards the
there
top
isn't.
level.
There isn't. You're going to find it in your own life. You just haven't out there.
So then
I felt the
Twitch
same
is
way.
done.
You
I
did.
mean, they're on their way out.
I used to work. Yeah, I used to work in a security company, right? And they had to protect because they did testing on animals and shit. They had to, obviously protect from protesters coming in there and what. And they left doors open all the time, and they didn't do what they like. The thing that you would think that everybody would do to keep this with happening. I know a guy that believes that Jeffrey Epstein actually killed himself because he thinks those guys were that incompetent, and I don't think that's out of the realm of the possibility either. So there you go. Thanks for the call.
That's crazy.
Talk to you later. Why do you think? Oh, Nick sent me something. What did you send me?
Wait, I think I might have sent you the same thing.
No, what is this? Before I take another call. Hold on.
Nick said,
why
are
it's
you
pretty
famous
funny.
video game cheater Todd Rogers?
Huh?
What the fuck?
Do you have a
Why do
clip
you
of
like
that?
Fitard? Yeah. It's been a while since I caught the last stream. Miss SFTP shows. Glad they're back. Oh, glad you're back. Hold
Nick
on.
said, why are you
I know what Todd Rogers is.
famous video game cheater Todd Rogers? What the fuck?
Was he gonna buy snakes and fucking tarantulas now?
Is that the one with the
That's
snake?
that's him. That's him.
Oh shit!
You got to be a King of Kong fan to appreciate that one.
That's the one who played the plane game, right?
Yeah,
Is that the one? Lives in like a trailer.
Yeah. He was a cheater too. The first professional gamer was a cheater. Shocking. He can't sue me. He lives in a trailer. People can't really be that incompetent. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. All right. Let's get some people in here. Wavy baby. Romantic. Who's next? Forget Gamer Daily. Let's Aslan, I think.
All right.
Aslan, go.
I want to add to what that guy said before, saying he had that doc had 4 years to come up with a way to combat these allegations.
Yeah. What do you want to
That's
add?
kind of it's assuming a lot, because that could be the case, but then it also could be that
His entire argument was assumption that people weren't as stupid as that I was saying there were. So go ahead.
Well, it's just that could be the case, but then it could also be that this didn't happen and that he didn't have 4 years to come up with a response because this could have been news to him as well when these allegations came out. You can't prepare for something that maybe didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Well, I agree.
I think that's assuming a lot to say that.
I agree. I agree.
I'm
I agree with it completely. I don't. You think it's nobody knows. I don't know. I'm totally ready to throw this guy on the bucks and start. I'm gonna do a whole stream goofing on him. I goofed on Zap Time. A lot of people don't remember that. Me and Nick.
Oh yeah,
the post is still up. Turned out that was all bullshit. Somebody sent me a clip today of saying people like Alex. I am Alex because he tells the truth for the most part. And whoever sent that to me, I hope you get an STD. Thanks.
Well, I know a guy that collaborated with Hot Wet Soup,
Mm-mm.
and I think he said he spoke with I'm Alex once, and from the moment he knew that this guy was not gonna be there to stay, that Alex was not gonna be there to stay. He was just sort of trying to make friends and work his way up, So it was a long time coming for Alex. But about Doc, do you think his response on Twitter, the 2 tweets he made, do you think those could have been better?
I think the second one is the only one he probably should have put out, but I don't even know if he should put out that. So I think he just said. I mean, my thing is, I think he should have said everything you're hearing isn't true. But I don't know if he can say that. I don't know if he can even say that. I think he should have went to a lawyer and crafted a response.
Well, I think
and then
he's already planning on pursuing some sort of legal action because it's confirmed to be an ex-Twitch employee that's saying this, right? Like, it is an ex-Twitch employee.
I don't know. Now you're getting legalese that I don't understand. I can't believe. I personally cannot fucking believe whether that guy's under NDA or not, right? I cannot believe that he said that and put himself in that position, because just the losing the contract with the Midnight Society alone, you can show damages now.
Well, I think that's why he's being careful with his words.
He's also moving. NDAs. He's also spending his last days in the States. He's moving back to Canada.
Who, Disrespect?
No, Cody Connors or whatever his name is.
Oh, the guy that
accused him. He's going back. I thought that's interesting. I don't know what that means. I can't honestly say I know, but it does make me want to kind of look into it. Like, why would he? Like, because it's very. Cody is very confident. Very confident. I'm not talking about a statement. I'm talking about obviously for litigation. It could be because he's stupid, and it could be because he knows Doc can't touch him, and it could be he could be because he knows Doc can't touch him because it's true. That's possible too. Yeah. But I don't. That guy has zero credibility to me. He was selling the secret, so he has no credibility.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask, because him selling the secrets does not necessarily mean that they're not true.
No, but it does question his motivations. He got financial motivations. It does discredit his financial motivations. Yeah, and what comes with the financial motivations is the ability to say, like, you got to kind of up the story or change it or make it worth coming to your stupid show for. So it's the same way it discredited that girl with Mama Max that was living with them. She'll say anything to back him up because he's counting on him to live. He's counting on you buying the secret. So he'll say anything to make it worth your while. So yeah.
I mean, he's streaming, and I think he's staying in character too much. Like, I think he should do what he did last time something like this happened, you know?
Cry.
Where he turned on the stream crying. I love my wife, you know, and
yeah, you should do that.
The same thing has basically happened here, but worse, because he could be cheating on her with a kid, and it just seems like the wife, obviously, like, we don't fucking know him. We don't know what's going on right now. Yeah. But it seems like the family problems aren't the main focus. I think the main focus here is someone said some shit. I want to sue some people.
Not unless you don't want it to come out. He doesn't want it to come out, or he can't. I mean,
legal shit.
Another thing is we don't know if he's going to go on vacation and tell his lawyer, "Come in a system where I can get this out. Let's go to bargain table with Twitch. What can I do?" We don't know. And I don't think
Twitch is Amazon.
I don't think we're gonna find. I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm pretty sure this is where it stays. And I'm sure they feel like they won because he's losing contract. He stepped down, and that's a victory to them.
Yeah, it is interesting how.
And then they can use it against Nick Merckx or anybody else that likes him.
Oh,
they'll go after Tim. They're gonna go after Tim next.
It really pisses me off how this case is one of the purest cases of agendas getting in the way of people just thinking for themselves.
Well, I also think that discredits some people as well, because you have a political agenda. You'll also say anything for the team. I'm
a left-leaning guy, and I hate Nick Merckx, but why the fuck does it seem like so many people are hating on Disrespect just so they could use it to shoot at Nick Merckx?
Maybe it was planned. I mean, media. Oh God! I mean, everybody coordinates. We coordinate. The commentary community coordinate. I don't think it's that deep. All you need is a bunch of people that have similar interests. It's not like conspiracies aren't the fucking shit you see in the movies where it's 20,000 pieces moving. Maybe it's just a bunch of people that have similar interests. As George Carlin wisely said, they know what's good for them. You don't need a written plan. Everybody just follows along. And if you're ideologically aligned, and I'm not saying you as a liberal or left-leaning are like this, or even all liberals are like this. But if you're an extreme liberal, you might.
I get sick of like left-leaning people. I say I'm a left-leaning guy, but like,
the left killed. Everybody talks about the Nazis, but the left killed more with their starvation and everything they fucked up from South America all the way through Eastern Europe to Russia. So look at it that way.
I'm just sick of these pricks. I'm just sick of these pricks. Everyone just yapping.
Me too. But I got a close friend in London. She was educated there, and she considers herself a socialist, and she thinks these people are crazy. And my point is, She thinks
you got a lot of shit backing up what you just said though, because that's what they did with Zaptai. That is what they did with fucking Zaptai, and I think it could be possible because a lot of people are hungry to throw out pedo allegations right now. Because as soon as this shit popped off, everyone was making don't disrespect.
For the last 5 years, the door was busted open with Wake Up YouTube. What was it? Wake Up YouTube? Who's the first guy, Matt?
Wake Up YouTube. That was Mama Max, wasn't it?
No, the one that was Wake Up. That was Mama Max. Who's the one before that? YouTube.
Matt something. Right?
Matt's what it is. It's never been the same. There's always been Element. Keemstar ran with this stuff. He made a lot of money, the Basherverse, stuff like that. But it's never been the same since then. It's been ruined in a lot of ways. That's why I had to watch Start Football. So I could feel like a man again. I'm not a fucking... Because the autists have an appetite for this stuff that I can't grasp. Thanks for the call, Aiden, or Aislinn. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
And good luck to England, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Psych. Who's next? Top line game. Romantic.
Every call is going to be like 30 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah, well, we got to go soon anyway because the game's coming on. Romantic Hovland.
Hi, Tommy. I was just coming in to say hi, and also I think I agree with pretty much your stance on Dr. Disrespect. I really don't like them throwing out the allegations without presenting any evidence or anything to show.
Seems crazy. You're obviously a pedophile. Clearly. You know, I mean, yeah, it's very frustrating to me. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little iffy about Dr. Disrespect. Is it true? Is it not true? I'm doing the same fucking thing, but that's what they want. Yeah. You know, because no one wants to support that. People care about children and dogs. That's about it, and cats sometimes too. It's you know the one thing that's just indefensible. You know, when you put kids in danger or children or animals. You know, kids, children, well, kids, cats and dogs. You know, people can't stand that shit, and you can't stand by it. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm also, I don't know, kind of weirded out, but at the same time, I get he doesn't like if he can't because of the NDA. At the same time, though, you think
he'd want
it's like you'd think he'd want to come deny it, especially if they don't got evidence.
If I were him, and that's just me, I just want to get it over with.
Agreed.
But that doesn't. But you know what? I'm not a father to his kids. I'm not a husband to his wife. I don't have his family. I don't know what his situation is. I'd want it out and just deal with it. You know, and especially if I thought I could fucking burn Twitch or burn that guy Cody or burn anybody else. What I might do is like let it out. And by the way, I'm suing everybody into poverty.
Right.
You know, that's the way I do it. Yeah. By the way, I'm leaving an extended vacation because the only thing I'm doing with my money is making sure that Rod Beslew, Cody Connors, and Twitch is ruined, and people have trouble coming up money for rent the rest of their lives. That's the way I'd be. But I'm a fighter. But you know, here's another thing. What if my wife said no? Then it's no, because I want to see my children. And then when you throw kids in the mix, then your wife's got you by the balls, no matter what you want to do. Also, you think I don't want to go around and fuck around over with Keem and Wings and Boogie? I can't. And it's not like my wife said no. It's just like my wife said, this is not good right now financially, blah, blah, blah. It's not wise. It's not going to, are you going to make your money back? Probably not. And she said, no, it's not a good idea. We're a team. And she said no, and I agreed with her, and that's the end of it. And that's how relationships work. And then everybody comes on and calls me a fucking henpecked pussy loser. You know? But that's reality. My world is reality. Henpecked pussy losers for the internet. So I just don't know. There's too many I don't knows here. Sweetie, I'm going to try to go through these calls real quick because we have a hockey game to watch, and I will see you very soon, okay?
All right. Have a good day.
You too, Goblin. I don't know what your name is, but go.
Nodby,
go.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Was just about the Dr. Disrespect stuff or just anything?
Anything, but it's got to be a little quick. So no multi questions.
Do you like Opie and Anthony?
Who?
Opie and Anthony?
Opie and
I'm more of a Stern guy, but I like some of their stuff. Yeah.
Fuck that hook, bro.
What?
Anthony Koumé did PK. You might be able to get him for lolcow.
What?
I know you probably don't like fucking.
Oh, do I like? Yeah, that'd be funny. But the problem is, I probably have to ask Anthony about his shit, and then it turns to another pedo cast.
Wait, which one's? Okay, so
that's true.
Kumi is the one who had the weird accusations.
Yes,
right?
he had the accusations.
Yeah.
And I have
All
to
right, so Opie follows me on Twitter though.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
really follows you? We're good. We're good. I don't know. I don't know.
Tommy, I got a new idea for your intro song.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Auslander Rouse.
By the way, good luck to England.
Yeah,
you're fucked. You're fucked. I'll go top loaded gaming, one and done. I'll get you next, Reynolds.
Yo, what's up? So I think a lot of people are underestimating the incentive that Twitch probably had time to get Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, I think so too. But keep in mind, that guy's just getting his life going. I'm unfair and mean and stuff, and that's a part of the show and part of the act and what have you. In fairness to that kid, because that's the only kid I've heard put it in those terms. Person, he's just getting going. So he doesn't realize the world is as stupid as fucking. He doesn't know that yet. So yeah, I think they're underestimated. I think some people are underestimated. That can't happen because there's adults involved. What if there is no adults involved? What if there is no adults?
Specifically, like I know you probably remember this, but do you remember David Icke?
No.
The 5G conspiracy theorist that was going around at the time.
What was he doing? I think I've heard about the 5G conspiracy.
He was spreading this conspiracy theory bullshit.
It was giving you
around
COVID.
And it was, yeah. And they were banning him and a lot of discussions surrounding the topic.
Yeah,
and the day of.
Which I also think is bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too. But the day of, Dr. Disrespect propped up this guy, even going as far as telling his audience.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have Twitch seeing this, and it's not far out of the realm of possibility to think that someone overreacted and overreacted big.
Yeah, I could see Twitch seeing that, and that's not enough to fire him. So let's find something else. Here we found something. Lawyers see it and say, "Oh no, you didn't let him go because of that, did you?" Yeah, that's my theory. That's my working theory. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm open to whatever, but that's more.
See, nowadays you wouldn't get clipped for that, but during that time and that place, he's saying he's not buying it.
Perfect storm.
Yeah, perfect storm. Yeah, sure. And they just did it, and then the kids go to work because they hate him because he's not.
Not only that, we've seen a lot of evidence of the underlings in a company, the woke people, the really woke people, kind of they have an agenda, and the upper corporate kind of lays down for them.
Or afraid of them.
Afraid of them and lays down.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the lawyers, and the lawyers are like, well, no, this will put us in a legal situation. We gotta pull back. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Look what happened to Disney. The lawyers must have been all fired over there. Yeah, that's a good comparison. I mean, look what's going on in Disney. They keep on putting out stuff that is 100% chance of being rejected, and they're still putting it out. So why is it so ridiculous to believe that there's no adults in the room? Disney doesn't have any, I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous anymore. I got to be honest, for that kid, I thought that way when I was 21 years old. And I got to be honest with you, had the world not changed, I probably would have still thought it, but it changed. It changed as soon as I got out of the Army. It's changed when the smartphone came, really, to be honest with you. All right, thanks, Top Loading Game. I got to get some other people.
Later.
Reynolds Hughes, he's a long time fucking whatever. Reynolds Hughes, you're on.
Hey, so I went down on a quick search real fast after you asked when this Cody guy got fired, right?
Sure, go ahead.
Looks like he got laid off during one of those big, firing waves, whatever you want to call them, in 2023.
Oh, no, so he was there afterwards, too. Okay, it was not
so he was there for 2 years
Thank
after.
you. 2 years after, okay. Well, he probably knew.
Oh, yeah, no, he probably
knew.
knew.
He probably knew. It doesn't mean he's telling the truth, but he definitely knew. Or... there's another possibility he was lied to. Maybe he's a patsy. You want to really get conspiracy theory going? Maybe he's a.
It could be.
Yeah, maybe he's a patsy.
But we've seen Destiny saying he always knew, sort of thing. how many other people knew? XQC supposedly knew.
Yeah, well, the top guys I expect. Destiny I expected. Those guys I always expected, but I don't have any inroads into that. I couldn't get in there. I have no inroads. Most of my inroads are in year 2. I can't believe I'm actually kind of pissed. I got close, but no cigar. You know.
Isn't Emery big over there still?
Emery?
Emery, not really. No.
No,
I don't think so. I think she just does her own thing.
I can't believe. I can't believe. Oh, Emery. I don't think she was ever big enough to find that out. I haven't spoken to Emery in years.
She was never like a big streamer. She just had like a viral.
She had a big moment
because of Tommy.
You're welcome. Right, Emery. I don't think Emery kind of. I think she quit streaming for a while, and she kind of mentioned that she was having soldier problems. You know, these problems. Throwing the drink. Yeah. And she's like, I need a break. I got to fix my ass. And let's get to it. I'm sure she did because she's tough. And I understand what those problems are because you get in this mindset in the military. It's like, if you don't drink, you're a pussy. If you can't party, like you got to live hard, play hard, train hard, and play hard too. So play hard means partying. And then when the party's over and you're so accustomed to that party, it's a very difficult thing to break. It was extremely difficult for me. Right. So I think that's what I think she came to it about the same age, like my late 30s. I'm like, I gotta knock this shit off. You know. So I think that's what happened to her, and I think she'll be fine. Yeah, I did. I didn't at least I didn't punch a cop or anything, but I think with her, for some reason, Alcoholics Anonymous says, "What's your what you call it moment? Your moment of clarity." And sometimes it's just I said something awful that I didn't mean to my loved one, and I'm like, I got to fix something. And some of it's waking up and piss and vomit. You know, I mean, so sometimes it's really too late. Yeah, I've been homeless for 3 years. This is a bad idea drinking like this. That happens too. You know? All right. Thank you, Reynolds Hughes. And thank you for all your support over the years. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later. No problem. All right. Take care. I'll put Verse and Ghost Gaming. Oh, did I fuck that up? First. Ghost Gaming, go. We got to close this out.
Hey, Tommy, I was going to ask, what do you think Dr. Disrespect should do next now? Out of this situation?
Go to Thailand.
I think he should do what's best for him.
Yeah.
Not what's best for me. What do I want him to do? I want him to fight and sue everybody. I want to know the truth, but that might not be reasonable.
But I can't believe this is happening because I
can.
No,
I can too.
There's no evidence and everybody's just calling him that.
I think that was honestly.
Well, sometimes that's what happens when a multi-million-dollar company shoots too early.
I
can't pull the bullet back once the casing's out of the shell. You know.
Yeah, I not only can I believe it, I could believe it's happened. Sure, and not only I believe it, I mean I could believe people are that evil. I mean, if he didn't do it,
Tipster and iDubbbz' girlfriend are doing it now. They're just straight up attacking him.
Right, similar echelon to Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah. Well, everybody that's not on their side is their enemy, so that's what you're dealing with. Well, nothing surprises me. Nothing that's happened surprises me. This was the goal. The only thing they haven't been able to crack is his core fan base. But sometimes that's not enough.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they try to paint out PewDiePie as a Nazi, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. None of that surprises me. They got the fucking Wall Street Journal to do that. It was one of the most respected papers in the country when I was a kid. And you could count on them because the Wall Street Journal wrote their articles based on money. And whether money was coming in. The thing is, you can't woke your way out of money. You gotta be right, or you gotta be wrong. You're gonna be right, or you're gonna be wrong, and you're not acceptably wrong. They used to be probably the better, the conservative media or liberal media, and they got wokeified too. I wouldn't listen to anything the Wall Street Journal told me money wise. You gotta be fucking crazy. You're better off going to the internet or YouTubers for that shit. Better off getting the crypto. I would sooner take financial advice, and I'm not kidding, from Martin Shkreli and who's the guy, Wolf of Wall Street?
I don't remember.
And him. The Wolf of Wall Street than I ever would do for the New York Times, and I'm not even joking.
Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, I would listen to Jordan Belfort and Martin Shkreli way before I talk to them, and they're crooks. So yeah, but their bottom line, even though they're crooks, is money. Wall Street Journal's got a whole different agenda. It's more like Twitches. You know, that's why the report on Wall Street Journal reporting on PewDiePie saying the N-word is a laughing stock in itself. If you knew what the Wall Street Journal was when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember those days. I remember when the Harry Potter lady attacked him.
Mm-mm. Thanks so much, man.
All right, later.
I know they're Harry Potter later. Okay.
I like how Gamer J. Lee sat in the VC, waiting VC for like this whole time, and then like,
I kept yelling at him since I can have my mic on in there. I just kept yelling at him, and he eventually left.
Villain Retro, your last call. Go. Villain Retro. No, you really are the last call.
Sweet.
Let's get the fuck out of here. I got another stream to do, and I gotta actually put it up right after this. Villain Retro, are you such a villain that you can't get your mic working and you just fucking with my stream? You want to sabotage my show? I still have from fucking
Villainous.
Everybody called in had working mics and everything except the last guy.
Except the last guy, and that's it, folks.
And to answer your question about where are the adults in the room, do they exist or not? How could Amazon let this happen? Just to give you some context, Amazon has 4,294 adults in the room. Twitch has 6.
Oh, really?
So
there you go. Oh, there you go.
If that gives you any indication,
6 fucking people. That's it.
Yeah, and if one of them are woke, it's 5. You know.
Yeah. And granted, not all of their roles would overlap with that call. So, I mean, realistically, you're talking about like what, 2 or 3?
Yeah.
So
they're probably lawyers.
Yeah, where are
probably lawyers?
Yeah,
I'd guess. You know.
Yeah.
Lawyers are.
And of course,
line.
there's third-party contractor stuff, but
but
it gives you a bit of an idea. You can't.
Third-party contractors would probably be the best ones because they're only interested to please the client.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not going to tell a client, yeah, this is a great idea, and then they end up in a $100 million lawsuit. You know.
Pretty convenient if you're the one leading the lawsuit, though, right?
Sure.
If they need you after the fact to keep going.
Oatbag, Mexon, Ashley B, Billiam Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody, Everborn, Latchkey Gothboy, Little Manly, Nesquick, Panic Pun, Reynolds Hughes, who just called in. Thank you so much. Tommy C's Cat Trippy Savage, Irish, Genie, Pilkington. And that's our guys. That's our $10. And you want your name right off, you know what to do. You need to go to Patreon. Give me $10 a month, bitch. And you can only do it for money you can pull out later, but you got to give me at least $10. And I'll say your goofy name. Perhaps that'll make you happy. Stay tuned. Right after this, you're going to see a stream get posted. That's your extracurricular activity today. And you can also join me in SFTP Prime. Game 7, Stanley Cup Finals. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.